Hey guys, this is Jeff. I want to do a quick little VR, really fun VR to Lisa down there, the Tarot Alchemist. She wants to know what our prettiest decks are, or actually she would say dicks. Show me your pretty dicks. So I'm going to show you 6 of the prettiest dicks you've ever seen in your life. Are you ready for it? We're going to start actually in order. A lot of people say it's not really in order because I love them so much. They're all beautiful. And again, guys, I'm watching a lot of your videos. I'm enjoying them so much. I'm just doing them in my car, so I'm listening to them, so I can't really see them. But a lot of these I did see, obviously, because we're talking about beautiful things. So I just love everyone posting their videos because it's just so much fun to kind of get away from things and just kind of catch up what other people find beautiful. So I want to show you what I find beautiful in an ascending order. Okay, I'm going to start here with my number 6 to be this Pamelas little vintage deck. It's my little mini deck. You can't tell from there though. It looks huge. Look, compared to my head, it's huge. But this is that wonderful patina look that I love so much. You know, when I am really drawn to a hot rod or a really great paint scheme on a motorcycle, it usually involves a lot of rust, a lot of patina. It looks like it's been around for 100 years and just in the weather and beaten up. That's why I find that this Pamelas Vintage deck truly is beautiful. And amongst that patina, I don't know if it's going to focus on there, probably won't, but there's actually really beautiful designed, almost like, well, I do everything with a hot rod, so it's kind of almost like pinstripe, and you can't see it, but trust me, on the corners, it's just not rubbed. There's really specific little design in each corner that just when you pull it away, it just looks like it's aged, and I just think these cards are beautiful. And I had a really fun little story to share with this that just happened yesterday. Like Sundays are my day where I go all over town to do in-home clients for tarot and body work, and I don't really do my therapy on Sundays generally, but I was thinking about doing this VR, and I was like, well, I have to add in the vintage deck because it's that beautiful aged look. But what would be really great is if I could like take a picture of it or show it like amongst something rusty. Because I think this would just look beautiful on like a rusted table, and I'm just thinking, oh well, that's just something else. It was just a thought that came into mind. And then driving to my client, she said, when can you get here? Because I'd like to add a tarot reading before we do our body work massage. We do some energy work and stuff. And I said, yeah, great. I'm totally on schedule. I can cut part of my lunch and kind of fly through traffic, and I'll get there and let's pull some tarot cards out. Well, I usually keep this in the Jeep. I usually have this in the Jeep. So I just grabbed that real quick because when you're traveling, I don't know, it's just nice to have these small little decks. I don't know why that is. And so I go up to her beautiful penthouse in Hancock Park, and it just overlooks Hollywood. It's beautiful view of the Hollywood sign. It's just one of the most beautiful, totally rounded patios, and there's all these seating areas outside amongst the beautiful, gorgeous views and the little flowers and totally maintained gardens up on top of this beautiful building. It's called the I'm not going to, I shouldn't say where it is, but anyway, she had a rusted table, like an old, like Parisian rusted table with 2 rusted, but not like crappy rusted, like flaky, but it was just, you can tell it was just rusted enough to protect it, and they just sort of coated it over with some sort of clear coat. So it had this beautiful rust thing. So like 3 hours of saying of how wonderful it would be to see and work with this deck on like rust something. I got a chance and an opportunity to do it, and it was just this wonderful, this fantastic like happenstance, although I don't believe in coincidences, where the universe supplied the perfect table to have a beautiful session outside with the tarot. So I had to share that because it was great. Moving up, I think a very beautiful deck is the 8 coins tattoo. This is my number 5 right there. It's just gorgeous. I think it's better after I filled in the borders. You know what I mean? Maybe not that card, but look at that. Look at that. I did the walkthrough with this after I painted the borders, and it's a beautiful deck, and I love tattoos. I'm itching to get more ink, so it's sort of giving me ideas. And look, I haven't even used these cards very much because I've been so darn busy. They're still ordered from whenever I painted them. Since I did that last video where I showed each one of these, I haven't even used them yet. So anyway, but nevertheless, so impressive for being so beautiful. Then moving up the list, we have this really fantastic, this golden thread. I've used these occasionally. They're so simple. These are those plastic cards that are razor thin. and they shimmer. Yeah, you see, you can catch it with these wonderful lights here. They shimmer like that. And whenever you're doing these things at candlelight, look at that with the candlelight. And so these card images are incredibly simple. Let's see, upside down there. So they're so simple, but I find it like simplicity, like elegant and beautiful. That's why I chose this fantastic deck. And you've never shuffled anything until you've shuffled cards that are made of plastic, and just you can't even see the thickness of it. You can't even see that's how thin it is. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous deck. And they're matte, satiny black. More satiny than matte black. But look at that. Imagine doing that with candlelight. So romantic. And then I did a great unboxing of this tarot, of this fountain tarot. This is gorgeous art, man. This is probably well, it's the second deck that I bought just because I thought the art really struck me as just being beautiful. Very cold, as in cold, as in temperature. All the images are just very, very chilly. And it almost has like that shimmery snow sort of, you know, like mystical, like a winter wonderland type of thing there. But all the images are very simple. I might do a run through of the different suits later on. I'm having so much fun getting back on here with YouTube for you guys. But anyway, the Fountain Tarot, I just think is a beautiful deck. I mean, look at the time. If I tap on that, is that gonna? You know what? It's gonna mess up everything. But anyway, you can tell so much time was made that cup to be like a crystal clear chalice. Beautiful. Here we go. Leading up to the penultimate. This is it. This is the penultimate most beautiful deck in the world. I'm going to get to the last one later. You're not even going to believe what that is. You're not even going to believe it. But until then, it's the Pagan of the Worlds. I mean, no brainer for me. No brainer for me. I actually got this one blown up. I got this card blown up. I got to get a frame made up for it. I mean, you know, you guys know my passion for this deck. It's beyond. It's simply beyond beautiful. It's just, look, King of Cups. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy, King of Cups, you my boy. I love that card. Love it, love it, love this deck. Then that gets us to the ultimate, for my ultimate most beautiful deck. And you guys are going to be a little bit surprised at this, but this is why. We all know those puppies out there that are just, you know, there's a whole bunch of websites to like really messed up, ugly looking puppies. But here's the deal. Those really ugly dogs, to some people, they're the most beautiful dogs because they just have the most history with them. They're just the most, you know, loyal to them. They're the most, you can just count on them. They're the most just loyal. They're the steadfast best dogs, regardless of how ugly they are. You just love them so much, and you see that they're beautiful. I love this deck I'm about to show to you because it's always been there. It was my very first deck. It's still in the very first container that I've had. You guys have seen it on YouTube whenever I do a lot of these videos. But it is my original Rider-Waite. It's my original. And over the years, over the very recent years, I've just colored the borders and had fun making little elemental marks on it. And because of my history with this deck, because of my success with this deck, because it's helped me build a really magnificent business that I'm very, very proud of, it's not the prettiest deck in the world, but because I love it so much, it is by far the most beautiful, even more beautiful than the Pagan of the Worlds. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys later, and yeah, feel free to comment below if you concur or start up some discussion. But otherwise, I'll see you guys around. Bye.